we're going to hit the tagines. I'm going to do two. I'm going to cook one, show you the other. We've got a beef tagine here that's ticking away, and then we've got some chicken that's been marinated. Now, I'm going to do it in a pan just because, look, tagine is all about the tagine itself, but I don't want you to feel like you have to buy one to be able to cook this beautiful food. And there's a lot more to tagines than just the pot, OK? So I'm doing one in a pan, one in the tagine. Now, I've got chicken here that's been marinating overnight, but you could do it for a couple of hours. Basically, it had about a heaped teaspoon of coriander seed, a flat, level teaspoon of cumin, that's quite pokey, go easy, and then a heaped teaspoon of ginger, freshness. Salt and pepper, olive oil, really massage it in. What I'm going to do is add some olive oil to a pan, and I'm going to brown it off. This is a whole chicken. You can see there's the wing, there's the chicken breast there, and we got the legs. So that'll start browning off. Spices smell fantastic, and I think spices to me is what the tagine's all about. It's kind of stews with attitude. So I've got 2 onions here. Just going to half it and just roughly chop these little babies. The tagines were very much cooked by the ladies of the house. You know, even to this day, that's still pretty much the way it is. It's very rare to kind of get any altercations between a man and a woman out here, do you know what I mean? So the tagine was always a way for them to be able to express their love, affection, or dissatisfaction. I guess you could kind of say it's like a bit of power that the girls have got, really, in the cooking. Power of the house, power of the cooking. I've got 4 cloves of garlic. Here we go. And then I've got some fennel here. Just take these slightly tougher bits off here. This lovely bulb of fennel here, we're going to cut in half, then in quarters, and then into the quarters in half again. So you've got 8ths. And this is really in season at the moment, and fennel and chicken are like best friends, so that's all good. Go in with the onions, go in with the garlic, and go in with the fennel. Give it a good old stir. And what I'm going to do is just sweat this off. You can smell the garlic. And that's the lovely thing, you know, when you get garlic mixing with spices, that's when you get serious flavour happening. So we're going to carry on frying that for a couple of minutes. What I'm going to add to this now is the salted lemons. Genuinely, you can get these in just about every supermarket. And then I've got some lovely stoned olives here. So what I want to do is add that lovely salted lemon, incredible flavour. Add in a little handful of the olives. Give them a good old mix up. And at this point in the story, we're going to use the classic Moroccan flavour. A little bit of saffron. And, you know, even now, saffron has a bigger value by weight than gold. Because every crocus has 2 stamen, that much. And who had the effort to even pick that much? You know, how much work goes into that? So I'm going to take a little pinch, sprinkle that in. So that's the saffron. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put like 2 wine glasses, not even that, about half a pint of stock or water goes in, and then just give it a stir, and you're ready for action. A lid goes on, in this case tin foil. Right, I'm going to cook that for an hour and a half, okay, on a gentle simmer. The meat's going to melt in your mouth. I'll show you that in a bit. Now, I'm going to talk you through this beef one, okay? So what we've done here is we've got beef, cheap cuts of stewing beef, right? So, to about 600 grams of stewing beef, I've marinated that for a couple of hours or overnight with salt, pepper, just a good pinch, a teaspoon heaped of the ras al hanout, which is the garam masala, a level teaspoon of cumin, a level teaspoon of cinnamon, a slightly heaped teaspoon of ground ginger, and a teaspoon of paprika, sweet paprika. And what we do is we fry off the meat in some olive oil. Once you've got a bit of colour going on, add 1 chopped onion and a tin of chickpeas. Then I add a regular tin of chopped tomatoes, OK? Lid goes on top. Now, beef will need about 2.5, 3 hours to cook. So at this stage, this has had about an hour and a half's cooking. It's more than half cooked. There's good flavour already. But I'm going to take this opportunity to add to it. So I want to add some squash. That's definitely in season at the moment. There's a fair bit of it around. If I put this in at the very beginning, it's just going to go to a complete mush, which isn't the end of the world, to be honest. You get good flavour, but it's quite nice to have it soft and lovely, but also holding shape. And then I'm going to gesture some lovely prunes. Now, I'm just going to tear it up into bits. Just a couple of prunes. You'd be amazed what a difference that makes. gonna put the lid on. So in an hour and a half, we come back, see what they look like. Okay, let's have a look at these babies. You've got to the point now where, look, it's just tender, it'll break up. If I try and bust it, look, it will. Okay, we'll come back to that. The beef, you can see how it's almost like just sort of side of relief and kind of cooked down, and it's all cooked into itself. Really, really nice. That is, you know, you're gonna get a richness from those prunes that are gonna really rock with the beef. And obviously, you can tell when the beef or any meat is cooked, because look, you wanna peach it and you want it to flake like that. If it ain't doing that, carry on cooking it. Let's plate it up. I wanna plate this up dead simple, okay? All I'm doing is serving this with simple, lightly seasoned couscous. I kind of feel as if I've put enough love and care into the actual tagines. Look at that. Beautiful little dish. You could put a few crumbled almonds over it. So there's the beautiful beef tagine. I'm really proud of that. This one's more family service, family style. I'm so proud of that. I feel like I can go home now and make endless tagines.